a better moment is just inertia, wearing a disguise. The perfect chance ain't coming, it's already here. Open your eyes. This exact day, this exact weight, this exact rep in front of me is the only turning point I'm ever guaranteed to see. Never, I don't need a new beginning handed down. I make this one the beginning right here, don't need to wait around. The turnaround don't start when circumstances finally align. It starts the second I decide. This moment's mine. This now, the only chance that's real. Move, go, check to turn the wheel. I used to think the big moment would arrive with a sign and bell. Turns out the moment, just whatever moment I decide to seize, to compel, into becoming the turning point, into becoming the start of the version of my life I've been sketching in my heart. Inertia feels safe, cause it don't ask you to move, don't ask you to try. But safe and stuck, a roommate safe and stuck, don't say goodbye. I stopped waiting for momentum to show up and carry me. I built a momentum, starting now, deciding to finally be. It's the shift, inertia loses its grip. I'm ready. Starting to turn and trip. Every turnaround story you've ever read starts with an ordinary day. That somebody decided to treat different, decided not to let it slip away into the pile of days that just happened, that just passed on through. They grabbed the regular moment and made it do something new. I need my circumstances different before I make my move. I need the decision right here, right now, and something left to prove. The turnaround isn't waiting somewhere for the time, and you'll be right. It's available right now in this exact rep. In this exact fight. Now is the only chance that's true. I'm ready. I'm starting something new. They tell you wait for clarity before you make the leap, the jump. I tell you clarity shows up after following the decision, not before it. Not up front. Every version of my late to change started with an ordinary choice, made of an ordinary day in an ordinary young remarkable voice. I don't need a dramatic moment, don't need a movie perfect scene. I need the decision made today, quiet, simple, clean. This day doesn't need to be special before it becomes the one. It becomes the one because I decided. Because I finally begun. As the round today becomes the star. I'm ready. Turning point, new chart. Every rep I add today is the actual turning point in motion. Every choice I make right now is the actual honest devotion to the life I say I want, not the one I'm waiting to receive. Some days, some other moments, some other reason to believe. I stopped outsourcing my turnaround. The circumstances outside my hand, I built it here today. In this exact place I stand. The chance I've been waiting for was never coming from outside. Is this one right here, right now? That's our only guide. Now, today, the chance is already here. I'm ready. Crystal clear. So if you're waiting for a sign, waiting for the stars to finally align, stop. The turnaround isn't out there waiting, it's already yours, already mine. This ordinary day, this ordinary rep, this ordinary choice right now. It's exactly what every turnaround story is built from. Exactly how. You don't need a new chance handed to you, wrapped up to clean and clear. You need the decision to treat this one different, treat it like it's here, because it is right now, this exact moment, this exact day. The turnaround starts now. There's no better time, no better way. You're not waiting for a new chance. This is the chance. The turnaround starts the moment you decide it does. That moment is right now. Win doesn't start when the world sees it. I'm ready. Everybody's gonna know. Victory don't start the moment that the scoreboard shows the win. Victory starts the second that I make the choice within. Before the crowd, before the outcome, before the world can see, I'd already won the second that I chose to trust in me. Never, I don't wait for proof to feel the fire ignite. The commitment is the victory, that's the actual fight. When I lock into my evolution, when I refuse to quit, the win already happened, the rest is just admitting it. Commit, believe, the win's already made. Continue, watch the outcome. They measure victory by trophies, by the numbers, by the score. I measure victory by the version of me walking out that door. Every time I choose to show up when I could've chose to fold. That's a victory that nobody's ever gonna have it told. The outcome's just an echo with the decision made before. I don't need the external proof to know I settled the score. Every day I trust the process, every day I take the stand. Victory already started, it's already in my hands.
It's the win, decided, not received. I'm ready, I already believe.
Belief ain't passive, belief is a decision I renew. Every single morning, every single thing I choose to do. I don't need the finish line to validate the fire I bring. The fire itself's the victory, the outcome just a thing attached to the commitment not required to make it true. I already won when I decided who I'm walking through. Every hard rep, every hard choice, every day I don't retreat. Is the victory already back before the outcome's even complete?
Believe, committed, outcome, second place. I'm ready, victory's already in the race.
The world wants proof before it calls you a winner, calls you strong. I don't need the world's permission to know where I belong. When it lives inside the choice before it lives out in the light. Every illusion I commit to is already won, already right. I stop waiting for the trophy to confirm what I already know. The moment I decided to evolve is the moment I won the show. Everything after that's just details, just the world catching up. Victory begins in me and I already fill the cup.
Just around the wings already sealed. I'm ready, nothing's ever concealed.
Every rap is a small victory stacking into something whole. Every choice to keep evolving is a win before the goal. I don't need the scoreboard flashing to confirm that I'm ahead. I confirmed it in the moment when I chose to move instead. A Satan still a playing safe for waiting for the sign. The victory was mine the second I decided to align with the version of myself that keeps on choosing to progress. Victory starts with me and I already said yes, 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 yes.
We already made. Before it shows, I'm ready.
Everybody's gonna know. So if you're waiting for the outcomes to confirm you already won, stop. The victory started the second that you chose to run toward your evolution, toward the heart, a better version of you. That commitment is the win, the rest is just breaking through. You don't need the world's applause to know the fight's already yours. You decided, you committed, you kept walking through closed doors. Every single day you choose to grow. The victory renews, it already started in you.
Now go let the world see the news. The win doesn't start when the world sees it. It starts the moment you commit to becoming. You already made that choice. So it already started.
Half in is where most people live, half in is where they stay. One foot committed, one foot ready to walk away. I stopped keeping an exit open just in case it hurts. Full commitment or don't start, that's the only law that works. Never, I don't save a piece of myself for the doubt. Everything I got goes into the rep, into the round, no bailout. The strength that shows up when you're all in doesn't show for half. It's reserved for the version of you that doesn't leave a path.
All in, no reserve, no plan B. Full commit, that's the only key.
Everything was to result without the total full sink cost. Wants the strength without the vulnerability. You're feeling lost in the effort, in the discomfort, in the total honest try. I stop hedging my commitment, stop keeping doubt nearby. The moment I go all in, something shows up I can't explain. The strength that never shows itself to the halfway hesitate, restrained version of anyone who's ever tried, but kept the foot outside. Full presence, full action, full entry, nothing left to hide.
It's the entry total, not partial, not slight. I'm ready, full weight, full fight.
Doubt, life comfortable in the space you leave when you don't fully commit. It needs a gap, a hesitation, a little room to sit. I close the gap, I go in total, nothing held in reserve. That's how doubt loses its address, loses the room it deserves. Half-hearted effort gets half-hearted results, that's the honest math. Full presence, full commitment opens up a different path. For strength I never knew was there, decide to finally show. Only when the entry's total, only when I fully go.
Total present, nothing kept behind. I'm ready, full commitment of the mind.
The world tells you to hedge, to keep a safety net, keep an out. I tell you the safety net's exactly what keeps the doubt about. Every time I've held something back, I've gotten back exactly that. Half of what was possible, half of the strength, and that's a fact. Full commitment isn't reckless, it's the only honest way to find out what you're actually capable of, actually made. A bit from holding nothing in reserve, nothing in the bank. That's when the strength that doubt gets hidden shows its actual rank.
It's the round, total
entry, nothing spared. I'm ready. Strength that shows when I'm all in, unscared.
Every rep given fully outweighs 10, given with the foot out the door. Every set attack total is with more than the ones holding the reserve in store. I don't measure the effort by how safe it felt going in. I measure it by how total, how complete, how all the weight I've been. The strength that shows up only for the fully committed. You isn't magic, isn't luck, it's just willful presence. Let's come through when there's no gap left for doubt to live inside to make its case. Go all in and watch the strength that hesitation can't replace.
All in, no fast, no reserve, no weight. I'm ready, this is the entire way.
So if you're standing at the edge, keep on 1 foot planted safe outside. Know the strength you're looking for won't show up while you hide. Part of your commitment, part of your total presence, part of the fight. Go all in, close the gap and let it show up, let it ignite. The version of you that doesn't hold anything back, that fully tries. It's the only version that discovers what's been waiting deep inside. Not for the halfway, not for the hesitant, not for the small. For the one who goes with everything.
That's who finds it all.
Half commitment gets half results. Go all in.
No reserve, no exit plan.
That's when the real strength shows up. The one
That was waiting for your full presence. Put it down, 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 down,
the doubt shows up right when the tank feels like it's hitting zero. Tells you that you're finished, tells you that you're not a hero. But the doubt's just measuring against the limit that ain't real. There's a reserve underneath the empty that you feel. Never, I don't trust the doubt's math when it's counting me out. I trust the extra rep that shows up when I push through the doubt. Your limit isn't where the tiredness starts to scream. It's further out than that voice makes it seem.
Push past the doubts lying to your face. But more left, further out, more space.
Everybody hits the wall where the mind says that's it, that's all. Few people know that was a door, not an actual final call. Stop believing that the burn is the actual end of the road. Started treating it as the doorway to a reserve I didn't know I'd hold. The body's smart, it protects you, quits you early. Just in case, but early's not the actual limit. Early's just a safety brace. I push a little past the warning and I find there's more. Every single time I doubted there was more behind the door.
Just the edge, the actual end. I'm ready. More reserve to spend.
Your doubt's a conservative estimate built to keep you safe and small, and underestimates on purpose, doesn't know your limits real at all. Every time I push beyond the point where doubt said I was through, I found another gear I didn't know existed, didn't know was true. The burning isn't a finish line, the burning is a checkpoint, nothing more. Past it, there's a version of your strength you haven't met before. I don't argue with the tired feeling, I just don't let it be the boss. The feeling quitting's a decision, that's the actual call.
Tired feeling.
Quit is a choice, not a fact.
I'm ready. One more rep, one more.
They think the champions never hit the wall, never feel the doubt. Truth is they hit it earlier and they just push on through and now. The difference isn't the absence of the moment that they stop. It's what happens after, whether that's the floor or just a prop. Under something bigger that's about to get revealed. I don't know my actual limit till I push past what doubt sealed. Shut, closed off, inside it before I even gave it a try. Your limit's further out, that's not motivation, that's not a lie.
Still wild, the doubt gets left behind. I'm ready. More reserve to find.
Every rep I had after the doubt said I was done is proof it lied. Every set I push you when I wanted to quit, I multiplied the actual size of what I'm capable of, not what I assumed. They uncomfortable inside a limit that was never truly consumed. I don't wait to feel unstoppable before I take the extra red. I take it while I'm doubting, and that's exactly where the zone gets found. Not in the confidence before, in the action through the doubt. You got more, that's not a slogan, that's what pushing through's about.
More left, further than you think. I'm ready, standing on the brink.
So when the doubt shows up, telling you that this is where it is, know that voice has been wrong before and it's about to be again. Your limit is in the back, printed somewhere final, somewhere sealed. It's an estimate that keeps moving every time you refuse to yield. One more rap, one more round, ball step past what you assume. That's how the actual limit finally gets revealed.
Gets consumed
by version of you that doesn't listen when the doubt starts to speak.
You got more. You will go through it right right now, this exact same week.
That voice telling you you're done, it's not measuring your actual limit. It's guessing, and it's guessing low. You got more, and then it sing. Go find it. Bass,
Yeah.
Stop looking for the nines, stop looking for the approval in their eyes. The only competition that matters is the version I'm designed to become the builder sharp, and every single day I rise. Not the one they clap for, the one that I recognize. Never, I don't measure by the room, don't measure by the crowd. I measure by the distance I've closed between quiet and loud. Confidence I actually earn versus the one I perform. That's the only scoreboard that's ever really mattered, ever kept score.
The version you respect, climb it, no room for the neglect.
I used that piece of validation like it proved that I was real. Turns out real was never something someone else could make me feel. It's built alone. In the reps nobody cuts for in the grind, and the choice to keep developing when nobody's assigned. To watch, to witness, to confirm that I'm becoming something more. I'm the only witness that I actually need. The only score that I'm keeping is the distance goes between who I could be and who I said will be, and just to make somebody happy with me.
This the race against the mirror, not the crowd.
I'm ready, becoming someone I'm proud. Becoming someone I'm proud. Everybody's got an opinion on the version you should be. Few of them actually know the version that's inside of me. Waiting, developing, growing every single time I choose the harder path, the discipline path, the one I can't lose. Approval's a moving target, changes with the room I'm in. My own respect is the only target I actually need to win. I don't build for the applause that fades the second that it's done. I built for the version of myself that's still there when the applause is gone.
Proof, the only kind that lasts. I'm ready, building something built to outlast.
The best version of me doesn't need a crowd to verify. It verifies itself in the mirror, in the choices, in the why. Behind every rep, every discipline, every hard-earned gain. I stopped performing for the room, started building for the name. I carry into every empty gym, every quiet early hour when nobody's watching, where the only judge is my own power. To hold myself accountable to the standard I set alone. That's the only competition that's ever truly been my own.
This the round becoming, not performing.
I'm ready, my own bar keeps forming. Every rep I finish for myself, I weigh 1,000 on my show. Every choice I make in private is the only truth I know about who I'm actually becoming now, who I'm claiming to be. The best version isn't loud, isn't chasing what they see. It's quiet, it's consistent, it's the discipline held alone. It's proud of who's staring back when the applause is flown. I don't need the room to verify the progress that I made. I need the mirror satisfied, that's the only debt to be paid.
The crowd, the one staring back at me. I'm ready, that's the only victory. That's the only victory.
So if you're chasing approval, chasing rooms that clap and cheer, stop. The only competition that matters isn't there. It's the version of you that's possible, waiting to be unlocked. Not by their applause, but by the doors we refuse to keep locked. Built for the mirror, not the crowd. Built for the pride you feel when nobody's watching, when the progress is completely real. That's the best version I've performed. Not chasing the validating voice, just becoming someone you respect.
That's the only choice. Stop competing for approval. Start competing with who you were yesterday. Someone you're proud of is waiting. Go build them.
Go build them!
Ready.
Ready is a lie. Ready is a lie. Ready is a lie. You tell yourself to justify the wait. Nobody's ever ready, they just move before it's straight. The future don't respect the plan you're polishing in your head. It respects the one who started while the doubt was still unsaid. Never, I don't wait for confidence to knock first. I act before it shows up, that's the only cure for the curse. Today's the only currency that actually gets things done. Make it happen now, tomorrow ain't promised to anyone.
Today, now, the wait is just a trap.
Move, act.
Close the confidence gap.
I watched myself wait for years for feelings that never came. Waited to feel ready, waited to feel nothing like the same. Then I learned that feeling ready's a myth. told to keep you still. Action creates a feeling of the other way, that's the real skill. I don't need the motivation loaded up before I start, and the motivation catches up, that's the actual art. Every day I waited was a day the future kept on hold. Made it happen anyway, and that's when the whole thing unfolds.
It's the shift, action first, feeling behind.
I'm ready.
Moving before I'm aligned.
The gap between intention and attitude is where most people stay, talking about the future while the present slips away. I don't let my plan stay theoretical inside my mind. I convert it into motion, leave the theory behind. Today's the only day that's actually in my hand right now, not the version I'll be ready for eventually. Somehow I act on the intention while it's fresh, while it's alive. That's the only method that has ever helped a dream survive.
Act now, the future's watching close.
I'm ready.
This the moment that I chose.
Perfect timing is a story that we tell to stay in place. There's no perfect moment coming, there's just now and now's the race. Every person who built something didn't wait to feel prepared. They started scared, they started rough, they started when they weren't squared away. I stopped waiting for the sign, stopped waiting for the green light. Made my own beginning, turned intention into fight. The future doesn't care how ready you convince yourself to feel it. Only tracks the moment that you made the choice real.
Around, hesitation loses ground.
I'm ready.
Action's the only sound.
Every rep I add today outweighs 100 plans I made. Every choice to move right now outlast the doubt that tried to stay. I don't need the full plan map before I take the opening step. I need the willingness to start before I got it all prepped. Confidence built after action is the sturdiest one I found. Not the kind you're waiting on before your feet even touch the ground. Today's intention turned to motion is the only proof that counts. Make it happen now.
That's the entire amount. Now, today, the future's keeping score. Walking straight through that door.
So if you're waiting for the feeling, waiting for the perfect sign, stop. The future doesn't wait for feelings, doesn't wait in line. It respects the one who moved while still uncertain, still afraid. Not the one who had it figured out before the first step. Man, today's the only day you actually have the power to use. Tomorrow's just a story until today decides to choose. Turning attention into action, turn the waiting into now. Make it happen today.
That's the only vow.
You don't have to feel ready to start. You just have to start.
The future respects action, not intention. So go make it happen today.
Fear don't leave cause you acting nice. Don't leave cause you feel brave. Fear leaves the exact same way it came. One step, one wave. I stopped waiting for the shaking in my chest to go away. Started walking through it anyway, and that's the only play. I don't need permission from the fear to move. I move first and the fear loses ground. That's the actual proof. Courage ain't a feeling that arrives before I take the stand. Courage is the walking forward with the feet still in my hand. The fear can follow if it wants. Courage rolls every time I don't stop, don't flaunt. They tell you wait until you're fearless, wait until it's clear. I tell you fearless isn't coming, so you move despite the fear. Every step I've ever taken that mattered, had it riding shotgun. Never left before I started, only after I begun to space fear. Used to occupy it smaller every time I choose to walk instead of freeze, instead of toe the line. It's not about the fear disappearing before the fight, it's about the ground and loses every time I step into the light.
It's the walk, fear shrinking with each stride. I'm ready, courage growing deep inside.
I used to think the brave don't feel it, brave don't feel the shade. Turns out brave just means you walk through it for courage's sake. Every single time I move, despite the fear still in my chest, I'm not becoming fearless, I'm becoming something better than the rest. The rest who wait for calm before they ever take the shot. Courage isn't calm, courage is the moving when it's not. Every step I take despite it is a brick laid in the wall between who I used to be and who's answering the call.
Step through the fear loses its throne. I'm ready, courage building, growing, grown.
Fear's not the enemy that's stopping me from what I'm meant to do. Fear's just a doorway standing guard over something new. Every time I walk, I'm through it despite the way it feels. I prove to my own self that the fear's authority ain't real. I don't need it gone completely, don't need it silent, don't need it small. I just need to keep on walking, that's the whole entire call. Triumph is in the absence of the fear before I climb. Triumph is walking forward with it over and over every time.
Just around, fear losing all its ground. I'm ready, courage is the only sound.
Every rep completed, scared is worth double what the easy one's worth. Every sip finished, shaking, prove the courage I've had since birth. Wasn't missing, was just waiting for the moment I decide to walk despite the shake, to move despite what's still inside. I don't measure bravery by the calm before I start, I measure it by the willingness to move with the racing heart. Fear roll with me the whole way, fear don't get to claim the win. Courage claimed it every time I chose to walk again.
Walk through the fear
sitting in your chest. No, it doesn't have to leave before you go and give your best. Walk anyway, lift anyway, step into the fight anyway. That's the only method your great ever used to have it say. Doesn't show up fully formed before you take the first step out. It grows in the walking, grows in the choosing, grows in every doubt. You decide to move through anyway, triumphant, unafraid. Leave the fear behind by walking past it, that's the trade. The fear doesn't have to disappear before you move. Just move. Every step forward makes it smaller. That's how courage grows. That's how courage grows. Bass. Everybody. Starting over, don't erase a single thing I've done. It just means the fight I'm in ain't finished, they ain't half won. Guilt try to convince me starting new me ain't giving up. Truth is starting new means I still believe there's more to fill the cup. Never. I don't need to bury what came before, I just need to build a version standing at a stronger door. Starting over doesn't erase the history I built. It proves I still believe there's something worth the fight, no guilt. Ride, reset. The past ain't holding on. Clean slate, same fighter. Moving on. They think a fresh start means admitting that you failed the first. I think a fresh start means you know your own words. I don't need the guilt, riding shotgun on the new road I'm on. I left it where it happened, kept the lessons moved along. Every version of me that stumbled taught the next one how to stand. That ain't wasted time, that's raw material in my hand. I'm not starting over cause I don't believe in what I built. I'm starting over cause I still believe there's more. No guilt, that's the reset, clarity, not shame. I'm ready, same heart, different frame. Clarity replaced the fog that you kept swimming in my chest. I don't need to punish who I was to build who's coming next. Every fresh start's not a white flag, it's a sharper aim. Same fight, same fire, just a clearer frame. I stopped carrying the weight of every version that fell short. Started carrying the lesson, left the shame behind it poured. This ain't chapter one, pretending chapters never came before. This is chapter new, standing taller than the one before. Clean, with the fire still the same. I'm ready, no more carrying the shame. Starting over takes more courage than just staying stuck in place. Cause staying stuck don't ask you to look failure in the face. Every time I chose to reset, I proved I still have faith in the version I could build beyond the version that I made. I don't need my past behind me pretending it don't exist. I need it as the reason that this new attempt persists. The story ain't erased, the story's just getting another page. Starting over is a plot twist, never the end of the stage. Just around the past becomes the fuel. I'm ready, clarity's the only rule. Every fresh start that I've taken built a sharper version still. Every reset taught my hands a little more of what I will. I don't fear the new beginning, I don't fear the empty page. I fear staying frozen in a story past its stage. Clarity came when I dropped the guilt and kept the wisdom close. That's the only difference between the version that outgrows. I'm not scared to start again, I'm scared of never trying. Starting over is the proof that I'm still fighting, still relying. New again, the history stays mine. I'm ready, clearer, stronger, one more time. So if you're standing at the edge of something new, feeling the weight, know the guilt you're carrying was never meant to seal your fate. Starting over doesn't mean the story that you lived was wrong. It means you still believe there's something worth the fight, still strong. Every version of you that came before was necessary, not a waste. It built the clarity, the will, the fire that you're gonna chase. This new beginning doesn't erase a single thing you've been. It's proof you still believe the best chapter hasn't happened yet, my friend. Starting over isn't giving up on your story. It's proof you still believe it's worth continuing. Leave the guilt behind. Keep the fire. Keep the fire.